All right. So we want to talk a little bit about the story. So I guess let's start with the situation that was going on with your daughter.
Okay.
So in in that regard, let's talk a little bit about how this thing happened when it involved with Amtrak, because based on what the story is, it's like the arm that comes down from
Yeah.
the that stops, it's supposed to stop you, let you know that the train is coming through. All right, so it's involving that, right?
Yeah.
So let's tell the people a little bit about the details of that. So how did that work out?
So my daughter was a passenger in a SUV on October 30th, 2021. Um, she was actually asleep when the vehicle was struck by the train. She was in the front seat. And originally, I never received a phone call from the coroner's office. One of her friends found out through social media because she was residing in a different city from me at the time, but still in South Carolina. It happened in North Charleston on
Right,
Remount Road. And her friend found out through social media um, what happened, that my daughter was killed by Amtrak, by a train. And she called me, she let me know about it. I called up to the hospital. I actually had a stranger from Charleston go to the hospital in Charleston to see if she can get somebody to talk to me on the phone, because we don't have any family there. I wanted to know how they knew it was my child.
right,
And upon doing so, everybody refused to get on the phone and talk to me. Nobody would take my phone number from her to give me a call. I placed at least 6 phone calls, trying to find out on my own, because every party that I called told me I needed to contact another party and
right,
speak to them. And it ended up that this person physically bumped into the person this in charge of the entire coroner's office. She physically bumped into her while we were on the phone, and the lady did agree to call me. She called me. She told me I'm really not supposed to confirm or deny, but if you can tell me her birthday and her name, I'll let you know if that's her. And I told her. She said yes, it seems as though we have your daughter. We went back and forth. She told me that I couldn't come down there, to telling me that I had to wait until later on that day to come, to then telling me that I had to wait until Sunday to come, to then telling me I had to wait until the funeral home prepared her body because she was in such bad shape that they wouldn't let me see her. Then to telling me that I couldn't come because she didn't have anywhere to put me because of COVID. Finally, on Monday, she told me that if I came, I told her I was coming anyway. She said, if you come anyways, we're not gonna let you see her. So I went down there anyways on that Monday. On my way down there, I was finally able to track down the traffic officer who I was told that was assigned to the case. And I asked him why he did not call me or anyone contact me to let me know about my child being killed. He told me, well, we were busy. And I said, well, it's Monday. Are you still busy? And he said, the bottom line is we were busy. That's why we didn't call you. We don't have any witnesses. We don't have any videos. All we know is that the driver tried to beat the train. And I said to him, if you don't have any witnesses and you don't have any videos, how do you know that she tried to beat the train?
mm,
And he went on to tell me, well, that's all the information I have for you. I went on to tell him that, there's a Walgreens in the area, there's a CVS, there's a Piggly Wiggly, there's restaurants. Somebody has to have some type of footage. I also let him know where they were leaving from when right before the incident happened. He proceeded to tell me he was taking notes and so on and so forth. In the meantime, I went down there to the coroner's office to obtain my daughter's things. Myself and family friends that accompanied me, we went to the train tracks after I left the coroner's office and started doing our own kind of looking around the area and things like that of actually where it happened.
right,
Upon doing so, I found a box. It was actually a package that was addressed to CSX sitting in the grass. It was unopened. And I did retrieve that package, and inside of it, there are cables, hardware, and lights that go onto the arms of the the arms that go down, up and down on the train tracks.
Ah,
Yeah, and I still have it. I
ah,
also encountered a gentleman who happened to be just out there while myself and our family friends were there looking around, and he approached us and said he saw everything. He told us I have him on video saying what he saw. He gave a full description of what he saw happen. And what he said he saw happen was the arm went down and then it went right back up and they went. And the driver drove. Also, in the process of talking to him, there was a food truck that was right on the side of where it happened at. They
right.
had a huge camera on the side of
Roof
their
trap.
truck,
Right.
and they had reached out to one of the people that was with me and told her that they asked, was I one of the mothers? She said yes. They said, we want to talk to her, we have a video, we only want to show her, she's the only person that can come in. They proceeded to take me down like a alleyway into some type of other shack looking like thing that wasn't attached to the food truck. They had me He had me wait outside with his wife for about 10 minutes. Um, he then had proceeded to tell her to let me come in. She brought me inside. Again, they wouldn't let anybody come in with me. And once they brought me inside, he showed me a video on this. He had like all these different monitors inside of there. He showed me a video, and on that video, I seen the arm go up. I seen exactly what the gentleman outside told me he saw. I seen the arm go up. Um, I'm sorry. I seen the arm go down, but literally seconds later, it went right back up. And when it went up, she drove and the train hit them. Um, a lot of people have made the comments and said to me like well, she didn't see the lights and she didn't hear the horn and so on and so forth, but it's not as simple as that. You'd have to be familiar with that area. I was familiar with the area because my daughter had left Spartanburg, South Carolina, and moved to Charleston, South Carolina 2 to 3 years before it happened. So I would go to her house. So I was familiar with the area, the way the area is, where the area is, and how the train tracks go, the direction that the train tracks go. It's not as you can't see. If you're able to look down the railroad track and see anything, whether something is present or not, you're already in the line of whatever is coming. Because otherwise there's so much forestry there, you can't see anything. It's so thick that you couldn't see lights if they were on. And even while we were there, um trains were coming, and I recorded how they come and go, and they weren't always blowing their horns just in the time that we were there. So, and then if I fast forward, a lot of things transpired in between there.